Hello! At the time of recording, I have 135 subscribers. Thank you all so much. And if you are watching this video, and if you are not subscribed, which most of you probably are according to this, well, what are you doing with your life? In this video, we have a lot, to say the least, to go over. So buckle up, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. First off, if you watch any of my previous devlogs, you know that I was making this horror game around this sketchy bunny looking thing. And you're probably wondering what happened to that, as this video is about a GTA game. Well, this is what happened. Yeah, I realized that I was not nearly as proficient and skilled at coding as I thought I was. Bruh. Some of the bugs that needed fixing, I had no clue where even to start with fixing them, and a game with that many bugs just won't work. So I decided on creating a GTA-inspired game that also is a lot like Roblox Jailbreak now to think about it. It seemed like a good idea to make, as a lot of the mechanics are independent, as in if one is broken and just does not work, then I can just take it out of the game and it won't break everything. Hopefully. In theory. Also, for those of you who wanted to see the minigames game, sorry, I might make that later on, but for now I'm just going to be making this game as it has vastly more votes. The first thing I did this week was make some guns. I made a shotgun and an assault rifle to start, but I plan to add a bunch more later on. If you think I made them completely by myself, then you are very, 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 very wrong. I'm a noob scripter, remember. I can't make something like that by myself. Anyways, I watched this tutorial by the guy named Epic Lightning Sword X. I hope I said that name correctly. It was a great tutorial, and if you're trying to make a gun in Roblox Studio, well, check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Anyways, after a day or so of trying to get to the gun mechanics to work, and many, many bugs later, I actually managed to make some cool guns that shoot and actually look cool. The sound is just a placeholder until I can create sounds on my own. I'm actually going to make a video on that soon, so stay tuned for that. First, I made it shoot these blank gray parts. Then I turned it into these yellow tracers, which honestly looks really nice. The thing about this gun's code is that it is very modular in that if I want to make an assault rifle style of gun, like an AK-47, I just lower the bullets per shot and increase the fire rate, and if I want to make a shotgun, I can increase the bullets per shot and lower the fire rate, and also increase the spread. I can do so much more as well, such as increasing the damage. This design leads to the making of many realistic guns, such as a sniper or a pistol or something, but I also plan to create many weapons that aren't too realistic, such as a railgun, because those are really, really fun to use, in my opinion. And yet another cool thing about the weapons, you didn't think this was end, did you? Is that the headshots do a lot more damage. Just like in games like Valorant or Roblox Arsenal, I think it's pretty cool because it makes aiming actually sort of necessary, and you kinda have to aim at the head, otherwise you're probably gonna die. Another thing I got done this week was making a map. I feel like that creating a decent map is better to do sooner rather than later. My number one reason is that when I show clips on these devlogs from the game, like showing off a gun mechanic or a robbery mechanic, which will be coming later in the game, hopefully, no one is going to want to see a blank baseplate with nothing on it. Bruh. You would probably rather see an actual city or town, something in the background to make it actually, well, worthwhile to watch. Another reason is that it motivates me personally. If I see a good-looking map on a project I'm working on, especially if it's one that I'm making myself, it looks like I've actually accomplished something. And when I see a default baseplate, it just looks like I just started and have accomplished nothing and completely demotivates me. Nobody cares! Now, if you're wondering who made those cool looking buildings, I did. Just kidding, I actually made these buildings, which are so bad I don't even think I'll put them into the game. These buildings were made by a guy on my Discord server. And if you're wondering what type of Discord server, it's my Discord server. Link's in the description. You should join it right now. Or else. Anyways, back to what I was saying. The buildings I was talking about were made by a guy named GG4Life, which is on my Discord server. Thank you so much, by the way. They look super clean. If you have building, animating, or scripting skills, or really any skills that have to do with Roblox game development, why aren't you in the Discord server? You should join it, hit me up, especially if you want to help with this project. I will most likely put whatever you make into the actual game, because I think it's kind of fun to do that. And this bunny model is something that somebody in the Discord server made, and these buildings are also something that was made in the Discord server. Anyways, those are the big things that I did this week. I did a bunch of other small things, but those aren't really relevant for this video. If you do want to see every single thing that I've done in the game, comment down below if you want that. Otherwise, I'm just going to make them like this. Next week, I plan to add a bunch more guns to the game. I also want to work on the map a bit more, so it doesn't just look like this.
Bruh.
And finally, I want to add cars into the game, because, well, who doesn't like cars and car mechanics?
Run.
And the numerous things you can do in games that would, in real life, get your driver's license revoked. Anyways, that's all I have for this devlog, and please note that devlogs are weekly, so stay tuned for next week. It'll probably come out Saturday. Goodbye.
Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Impossible or Bacon Whopper.